I'm going to remake this knife, but I'm going to do it with some of the most unique handle scales I think I've ever seen in my life. And the idea is the brainchild of my friend Nate, otherwise known as Nathaniel Klemm on YouTube. Look him up. Great YouTube channel. He already made a knife using these scales. He made 2 blanks, one for me and one for him, so I'm going to use it now. It's going to be really exciting. If it looks good, it's going to look really good. If it looks bad, it's going to look really bad. So I'm worried, I'm hopeful, but let me show you what I'm talking about. Well, I wanted to split that little chip, and it didn't quite split it, but it's pretty close. Don't really think we need a hammer for that. Definitely off center. Yeah, it'll be all right. This is a really boring video. Done. Folding knife. A lot of things have happened since I saw you last time. This is actually a pretty much functioning knife at this point, even though it's super, super, super ugly, and I also can't open it. I made a lock piece, I drilled for the pins, and I did some more shaping on the blade, and it is actually a functioning, though a very loose, but a functioning knife. I think right now we're going to shape the scales down to pretty much their finished shape. It's actually been a week and a day since I worked on this knife last time, and now we're going to work on it again, and we're hopefully going to get it pretty much wrapped up right now. I only have like an hour and a half to work on it, but let's do it. I think we're going to do a time lapse, because I'm going to be doing a bunch of sanding, so I'm pretty much going to be in this area for a long time. So I'm going to back the camera up, and you're just going to sit there for a while, and then when we come back, hopefully it'll be very, very close to done. It looks really good, except for the forge scale. But that for some reason doesn't bother me at all that that scale is there, because it kind of reminds you that it was actually a forged blade at some point. And it's on all of my knives because I keep making the same mistake. But it's very, very, very shiny. It's very, very, very smooth. I'm pretty happy with how it looks right now. We are going to acid etch it, and it does have a giant crack in it. It's a shell knife, and I'm not very confident I can make this blade again the right size and shape and everything, so I'm just going to leave the crack. And if I etch it and stone wash it, you're not really going to be able to tell. So yeah, I just won't use it. And let's work on this piece. Quick check. It's only been a couple minutes. Oh wow, that's interesting. So it's the next day again, and this thing still looks as bad as it did yesterday. It's not too horrible. With the temperature changes, just in the weather, the crack will expand and shrink. And we're gonna work on hand sanding the scales a little bit. I don't know what possessed me to do full polish, but I did full, not quite full polish. I haven't buffed them yet, but they look really good right now. They're very, very, very smooth. And when I put a little bit of oil on there, it's gonna make a pop. We're going to peen over these brass pins just a tiny bit, and they will lock in there, and they won't come out at all. I never had one pop out. This is all copper in the circuit board. I do have a piece of copper, and it's very soft copper, well, it's not super soft. But I think on this small of a surface, it will be fine. So we're gonna cut a piece of this. We're gonna grind it down, and we're gonna use this to make the thumb stud out of. I think it's going to be really super cool. I just gotta get it cut and ground. This may work. Oh yeah, like a king. So you gotta make sure you're giving it really good downward force, or it will just destroy the other threads and not actually cut new ones. Yes, I am bending it. I wasn't filming again, but I just filed down all the pins so they're nice and flush now. And I found out that the lock, something moved, but right now it's not locking. Well, besides the very odd fact that the spring is not in the right place anymore, and it doesn't lock even though it did up until I assembled it, I'm done. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you thought this video was fun, subscribe, come back for more. And as always, I will see you in the next one.